Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones. Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Baylor Bears offense comes onto the field first today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so active.
There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To throw, it's Reed. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough.
And it's caught inside the 25. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Washington.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Cyclones offense will get the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Cyclones need a massive chunk play to fix here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking for space. It's Ashley. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. And the Cyclones with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cyclones look to keep this drive humming. Here's the handoff. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to run, it's Ashley. Shoots his way for more. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
He decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They'll go right back to him. Man, sometimes he's like trying to wrap up a ghost. He's out to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
When they pick up the 1st against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high?
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Looking left. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. And the Bears are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Unloads it left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical It brings up a fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Blasted as he lets it go. With the catch, it's Finley. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
On the direct snap, it's Washington. Wide open space, headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Townsend. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Reed. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gill. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Bears will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive lines.
He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll run the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting this.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it. Oh, there's an alley-oop, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On the run, it's Washington.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got an open man. Lots of room to run. Touchdown Bears! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players.
Intercepted, and the defense will set him up. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that all the time, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They're dealing with a second and long. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Baylor! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paulie. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick.
Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
On the option. The give to the back. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Dropping back, it's Reed. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco.
And the Bears will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense. They're going to ride this running back. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing.
He's loose.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Cyclones will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Toss to the left. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Turning on the Jets. Bulldozes his way through. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
It's a running room.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the run, it's Washington. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. And the Bears with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Finds space on the right. Touchdown, Bears! And the pummeling has started.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The corners are walked up tight. He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Cyclones are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
To the ground with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. keeping it on the ground with the running back. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on third and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
On fourth down, going to the air. Sends it downfield. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. And the timing just a hair off.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quick strike complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Cyclones have pushed it inside the 20. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, There is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proved it. Like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive to them.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. And the Cyclones in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. And it's his fourth interception of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little